Hello. This is a highly experimental stream. So first off, there's going to be about a 3-second delay, just so that you are aware of that. Because this is actually being proxied through my server at home so that I don't have any issues with my internet going down here. So I think I can adjust this on the fly here. Yeah. So if something goes wrong with the stream, you will see a background there that should show up, and then it will keep the stream live while I figure stuff out, and I can actually connect to the server stream over RTMP with my phone, and then I can keep the stream going over 4G LTE instead of the 5G thing if I really need to. So that's what I'm trying out today, and I'm hoping it all works well, because well, this is the first time doing it fully live. So yeah, that's kind of exciting. So I'm really interested in that, and it has afforded me some other interesting opportunities here. So if I do this, that was completely wrong. How did that happen? One moment here. See, close that, bring it back. Do this again. There we go. That is actually my laptop streaming in real time to the computer completely wirelessly. If I move the window around on there, you'll see it move around on that eventually, and absolutely no wires at all, because I'm doing all RTMP streaming. So this is hopefully going to be a more convenient setup in the long run. I'm really looking forward to doing RTMP streaming from my VGA capture computer to the streaming PC instead of having to run a just ridiculous number of HDMI capture cards. So yeah, but that's all what I'm trying out today. This should be crash-proof stream, essentially, because there's so many layers of redundancy now. So yeah, this should be interesting. So, okay, let me catch up. Hello, Helen Croft. And I noticed right before I was streaming you sent me some messages. I'm going to have to figure out how to get notifications for that, even if that means I end up installing like the Twitch app on my phone, which, as a side note here, while I'm doing all this fancy stuff, I can also do, wow, that webcam is very out of focus. I can do this. You'll hear double audio. You'll hear double audio. Mute that. I can now take my phone out for adventures in the office if we need to. So that's going to be fun to have as an option. And if I get really far, I can enable the camera on the or microphone on the phone so that so yeah, those messages are from a couple of days ago. Yeah, I need to figure out how to get notifications of those because I just logged into Twitch and saw those right before the stream. So yeah, my bad. So okay. Hello, Scott, no last name. Hello, Black Jam Alex. Hello, Torch Nova. It's going well. So far, it seems like this is all going to work. The Office stream has dropped 20 frames, and the actual stream to Twitch has dropped 0. So I think this is going to work out, hopefully. So, yeah. So, okay. Now let's get started on today's actual topic. Hello, Grisgore. So this is a Behringer 1002B. This is a mixer, and I bought this for $40 on eBay, thinking that it would be really great for doing the audio at the streams. I mentioned I wanted to get a different mic set up here, because for one, I would like to not have to use the USB mic, because just it's not tremendous, and I would, like I said, would really like to take this one back home. And the Yeti mic I have is not great. So I'd like a shotgun mic up there pointed at me for, larger audio that is more directed and some other stuff. So I picked this up, and I already own one of these, actually. I bought one brand new on Amazon for $150 to go with all my music stuff. And I got this one for $40, so, that $150 was a great investment. But there's a problem here. So the one I bought brand new came with this, the power supply. And that power supply is unobtainium, it turns out. I cannot find one for sale, no matter what. And I didn't get it with that one. So, we're going to try and figure out how to power this thing for streams, because I can't use this one because I need this at home. So, yeah. Let's see, next stream, I cloned myself, so there's a Shelby on both sides as a backup. Yeah, really. Valiant Steed, hello, I am doing well. Hello, Saki, it's your first time chatting. Oh, Fuzzy2K, thank you for the subscription. Also, I have to thank BM1170, who subscribed off stream. So, yeah. AC and weird mini den plug on the power supply. Yes, it is. Let's go ahead and switch over to the arm cam here. See if I can actually get this to read it. Yeah, so what we have, and I really love this. So output 16 VAC or output 2 3 volt AC. It's not and, it's or. I don't know why, but yeah, so that's a thing. And then the plug is like a 3-pin PS2 mini DIN connector. It's just absolutely delightful. Now, that's not what we're going to be doing, because I don't like my chances of this thing going loose again. I don't like my chances of DIYing an AC power supply. So instead, we're going to be looking at this little spot here, and I think I have this finger loose, or not. Multimeter to the rescue. Well, I can't really. We will be doing some multimetering, but maybe not necessarily what you're thinking. Here we have 3 9-volt battery bays, and actually, when I bought this, they were populated, so that was how they were using it. Idiots throwing away the power supply or something like that. This thing actually comes with a lot of accessories in the box, and it's really kind of a shame to get rid of all of them. It comes with rack mounting equipment for it, and obviously this one's been separated from all that. It's just kind of like, really? There's some nice stuff in there. Yeah. So here's the thing. If we look in here, oh man, lighting is not going to be my friend for this. Uh, okay, that's a problem. I changed. I don't know if that one's connected to anything. It is not. Let's go with it this way. So here it says mixer. Here it says mixer. And here it says phantom. So it turns out the 3 batteries each kind of do something different. 2 of them are just for the mixer element, and then 1 of them is for phantom power. And unfortunately, I need all of them because the mic I plan on using needs phantom power. So pretty much any good quality XLR mic will actually need phantom power. So yeah. Yeah, Fuzzy 2K, yeah, it is kind of weird, and it's 1 is optional, technically. So that's, yeah, it's very strange. But it's super nice. I didn't really tell you about this mixer. Here's why it's so great. These are sliders for the, faders instead of knobs. It has built-in EQs for everything, which isn't too uncommon. But these sliders, these ones here, all right, are all stereo sliders. Each one of these input pairs, and one there, goes to these sliders. And that is really awesome for doing music stuff and for doing PC capture. So that's why I wanted another one of these, because there's a lot of different options out there for doing different kinds of mixing and capture and that kind of stuff. But this one being stereo with faders is actually kind of rare. I haven't found too many other options for this, so that's why I went with this one. But yeah, let's see, once had 9-volt battery pop in my clock radio. Ooh, yeah, not great. So that's why I wanted one of these so bad, why I'm willing to put in this effort to get this thing going. And I have tested this with the power supply. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and set up how we're going to test this, because I may as well show you that it works and put it into some context. So this is part of why I brought that power supply, so that I could set this up. You know what? Let's go to that view, if the thing will focus here. I don't actually need my laptop. I had it sitting there for demonstration. Seriously, Mike, you really gonna, or camera, you really not gonna focus? Oh, why did everything move? Oh no, what did I do? Okay, hopefully the HUD didn't move, but oh well. Webcam, that moved. Focus here. Can I just like move the focus really quick? It's just gonna be one of those things where now the camera is like dead. Yeah, I think that camera's toast for this stream. Okay, fun. Let's go with arm cam. Yeah, the whole thing got moved here. Great, where is it? That's that. Cam A. How did I move everything? What? Make that. That's wrong. Hold on. Okay. Cam C. There. Okay. Whatever. No focus. Yeah, I don't know what happened. That webcam sucks. So I'm not too surprised. See, that reminds me. I got a GE clock radio that had some dim segments on display, and the clock was itself wildly fast. Interesting. Yeah, that's a weird one. What was I doing? Oh yeah, we're gonna set this thing up. So I guess I'm gonna do this here. Try and get you some more height to see more. So and then the whole thing tips over. Is this arm like, oh, whoa. That's okay. Not quite sure why that happened. My mounting arm here is toast. That's very weird. This is the pivot point for this thing, all right? And the metal bar that goes into there, come on, focus. You can focus on that. Let's do it this way then. There we go. It just bent. I've only ever had a GoPro on there. There's like no weight on this thing. I don't know how that happened. That is super annoying. So yeah, that won't go up high now because it's broken. I guess that's... Alright. Cool. Well, I got the video side of everything sorted out today, but all my physical stuff is going haywire. Cool. Alright. Anyway, let's make this thing make sound just so you can hear it. So, I have this so we can plug in power. I have that, so there's the stupid mini din. Does it go upside down? It does go upside down. Okay, that's weird. Alright, it will kick to life there, so it's working. Then I actually have, I'm a little concerned about moving this thing around now. I'll just lift it. Maybe. Oh gosh, this is not working. This thing here, this is a Tascam audio interface. USB audio interfaces are not that hard to get. That one I actually bought at a weird thrift store. And I already have it set up, so I can just plug this in, and we'll get audio through there now. So now I just need an audio source, and I brought my MC303 home, from home, so that we can use that, because that is a very nice audio source. I've done a whole video about that, if you aren't familiar with it, but it is a music sequencing device. And then I have some cables. And we'll go ahead and plug it in there. Can turn this on. I'm going to plug in a Bluetooth headphone adapter and put in some headphones so I can actually hear this thing. And then I can just hit play, and we should get some sound. Okay, I don't know how loud that's going to be for you guys. I think that might be good, but if it could be louder, preferably, let me know. So this has lots of benefits because I can adjust the balance for those of you who are somehow listening in stereo. But then I can do EQ stuff like bass, mid, and treble. It's very quiet. Barely hear it. Okay, I can turn it up then. I didn't want to make it overwhelmingly loud, so I'll go with there. That's peaking in yellow now. I don't actually know if that sound or music sequence could be copyrighted, so we'll go ahead and use a different one that I composed. No. Okay. So, there we go. That's probably... Okay, that's better. Okay. So, again, you can adjust, like, bass, mid, and highs. So it's really handy. It's going to be great for connecting a microphone, and yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Actually, let's go ahead and connect a microphone, because I don't think I've actually done that yet. I'm quite curious how well this will sound. So, this is my Behringer MPM 3000 that I use for videos, and it will be a phantom power mic. So, I'm going to enable phantom power. You will hear double audio here in a moment. Music is louder than voice. Let me get that turned down. I'm going to have that try and peak. I don't know what I just did. I think I just locked it. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay, I'll try and have it right there. There we go. This reminds me of the 90s Zero Pop. Well, it's basically 90s music. Okay, I'm going to stop that. And then I'm going to raise this. Will that work? Okay, I think I have to turn on mic gain, maybe. Oh, I can hear myself. I wasn't expecting that. I will mute the other mic, and then I guess I'll bring this one up. So this will be probably the mic that I'll actually end up using for streams, for at least for a little bit. These should sound basically identical, because they have the exact same diaphragm in them. So that's how that works. But I can actually tune this, so I can give it like a little bit of low, bring the treble down slightly, and then, or mid down slightly, then bring up the highs, which are usually how I tweak my mics. So that might actually sound a little better. But yeah, I'm looking forward to being able to use something like this. The only thing that this does not have is a compressor, which would be kind of nice, but I don't think I need that for right now. So eventually, though, I will try that out. But that's it for this. So let me just do this. Bring that mic back. Okay, so we're back over to the USB mic. So that's why I want this for streaming, because it will actually be extremely handy for all that. And that's what I'm hoping to be able to achieve. But first, we have to figure out how to power it. So to do this, I want to take it apart and see how it actually works inside, because it's clearly doing some kind of DC conversion for the AC input, if it can take DC power as well. I mean, I guess it could be converting the DC power to AC, but that seems like the hard way to go. So I want to see what the circuitry is like inside and see what would be the best way to power it. And then we will try taking one of my programmable power supplies and connecting that to it to see what we can do. Now I have multi-voltage, multiple output power supplies back there, and it would be 100% possible for me to just give it an 18 volt. I assume that those 9 volt battery banks are like in parallel, because it's, what was it, 16 volts and 3 volts? Yeah, on the power supply. So I assume these are connected. We can just actually test that right now, see if they're in series. And then that will answer what the voltage ranges we're looking at are going to be like. And hello, Zolly Gamer. So, get those there. Will my probes actually work? Oh, they will. What do you know? Okay, so like that. Ooh, no. Ah, there we go. So, okay, that's actually a little weird. So that's in series. Okay. But, okay, so yeah, if they're in series, then the ground wouldn't be shared. So that's, which one of these is negative? That's negative? Why isn't that shared? Interesting. Phantom power does not share common ground. Huh. Or is it this? No, yeah, it's not. Very weird. Huh. But yeah, so these are in series. I can confirm that. So an 18 volt DC power supply. Yo, how's the relay doing? We're using it right now, Cody. So you could see with your chat showing up on the stream, I guess, right there, about how long the delay is. I measured it at like 3 to 4 seconds with everything. But yeah, this is going through it. The stream on my end here at the office has dropped 20 frames. And this setup has spared us from that being a problem. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, I don't know how the quality looks with the relay. It's really hard for me to tell from here because I can't watch the stream back at like full quality and bog down my internet. So yeah, I'm just kind of hoping for the best on that. So, all right, let's get this thing open and see what we're in here. Oh, Fuzzy2K, you missed the beginning. So I'm not actually streaming from the office right now. Well, I am, but the cameras at the office here are actually going to my server, which is at home, and then the server is streaming to Twitch, and I'm doing that because I've been having internet connectivity issues at the office. So now if the stream goes down, it won't, because it'll actually be live at the office or at my house still. So I don't have to worry about the stream going down suddenly without warning. So yeah, it's a kind of weird setup, but I'm hoping that it'll work well to fix some of my stupid problems I've been having. How do I have all of the bits in here? That doesn't make sense. Well, I'm going to assume it goes over to the other kit I've got. Yeah, there's some other really cool things I can do with this. I can stream, actually, if I do this, will it work? Yeah, so that's my laptop, wirelessly being captured, just running PCEM as an example. And if I wanted to, I could do some stuff on there. Like if I wanted to play a video through the mixer, I can do capture of that. But I have that set up over network, and that's basically how I'm doing the same thing. I'm just doing it over the internet instead of the intranet. So far, I'm very, very happy with how it works. And what's cool is if my office internet does go down, I can stream to my server at home from my phone over its 4G connection and keep it going without having actual internet in the office. So this may be the most robust way possible for me to stream. And another thing that I haven't mentioned, if I ever have a reason to go on a walkabout for a stream, I can now, because I can just stream from my phone to home, and then it would work. So that's a thing I can do now. Man, it's really nice having the wide angle lens for the GoPro. This thing is like 4 inches away, but you can still see kind of plenty here. Lighting's not great. I did end up moving a while ago. I mentioned it. I had one of the lights on this side kind of farther back, which was good for the angle, but it ended up making that whole corner way darker than I really wanted. I liked it not having the light shining directly on the CRT so that you could see it a little easier, but it wasn't worth it in the long run. So, but now there's no light coming from the back sometimes, so things might be a little dark. By the way, just gotta say, you're nice to listen to when doing other stuff. Props to you. Gonna chuck a follow. Thank you. These streams are long and can be meandering, so I don't expect everyone to just want to sit here and directly engage with it the whole time. So yeah, just as like a background thing, can be pretty handy, or nice sometimes. Oh, that screw is in there very weirdly. Almost cross-threaded. Whoa! Hellencroft, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Wow. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. All right. Let's get inside of here and see what's going on. So it looks like the power supply is its own separate board. So that's interesting. I wonder if I could just probe what voltages are on here, and that'll tell me everything I need to know. Or if I pop that out, actually I don't think I want to pop that out because I will have to remove every single one of those knobs if I do that. That would be a thing. Tay-Tay, glad you could be here. Toss a coin to your Twitcher. I don't know how I haven't heard that before. That's hilarious. Oh no. That board is held in with nuts. Not like screw heads. So pulling that off is going to be an ordeal. Man, that sucks so bad about this arm. Now I feel like I'm going to rip it off every time I move it. How's this glued in on the main board? Look at this. This is ridiculous. Glue blob right there. Oh, I can hear it. Oh, man, that's horrible. Horrible! So I'm going to have to... I mean, obviously, I'm not going to get the same arm. Now I don't know what I'm going to get. My whole mic setup here works out of this. Maybe I'll use the Rode PSA 1 I've got for this, because that doesn't suck. Doesn't go as far down like this, I think, but oh well. Yeah, glue blob holding the connector in. I mean, that makes sense. It's meant to be portable. That's why it supports batteries. Oh man, it's on there. The thing about this is that it's not actually that old, so this glue is still in good condition. Come on, let go. Ah, there we go. All right. I'm going to continue my extraction of this board. This thing keeps going way lower than I want it to. Ad break. Oh, yeah, that'll happen. Good morning, Leia. CapEx on? Was that? That's a little surprising. Behringer's not a cheap brand. Okay, how are we going to do this? So, I can see way down in here, the power button on the back is a cap on the plunger. So if I push the plunger in, I might actually be able to remove the cap. Come on. There we go. So now that can lift straight out. Okay. Behringer is a cheap brand? Really? I've never thought of them as cheap. Behringer mixers are known for bad caps. Well, all right then. This one, oh man, there's a field of capacitors. Oh my gosh, there's so many capacitors on the other side. Oh no. Oh. Let's, oh man. Yeah, there's a bunch of them in there. That's a lot of caps. Cool. Okay, so this thing has a bad day in its future then. And a very, very long caps wiki entry. Cool. Oh, well, let's hope that doesn't happen for a while. So, yay. Let's just continue on pretending that it'll be fine. Oh, man. I got a real shame about this arm. I'm very disappointed. I'm gonna scrape the glue. Oh, yeah. That stuff is still in really good shape. Should have my laptop stop streaming. I hear the CPU over there working real hard to keep up. I'm not even using it. All right, let's see if we can get those off. I see nut drivers. That would be the smart thing to do, wouldn't it? Not trying to yank on it with pliers. Thank you for the sanity check there. I think I even have, yep, the right size. Yeah, let's do that. Thank you, Alan Croft. Oh, man. Well, for me, 1080p is working, and Shelby, you are crisp in my 4K monitor. Excellent. If you want to get like a really good shot here, this is a super high-quality camera that should look pretty good. I haven't checked the focus. I can do that real quick here just to make sure that it's good. Yada, yada, yada. Boom. So I can actually control it with my phone. I normally check the focus before the stream starts, and I really should have done that, so I would just like to make sure that it's good. Go ahead and do that. Boom. Okay, now it should be perfect. Yeah. There we are. Back to slowly decaying arm cam. Alrighty. Oh yeah, that's like the tool that's made for this job. Where'd that thing go? There it is. That's way better than what I was gonna do. Ah, it's nice. They're actually steel. So they are magnetic. They're not stainless steel or aluminum or something weird. Man, I even have a thing of paper wedged down in there and it's still sticking. There we go. Yeah, I've already jammed a piece of paper down in the nut socket. That way it doesn't. So hopefully the nuts don't just get lost down in there, but it wasn't enough. There we go. And... oh, super easy. Okay. So let's look at what we have going on here. Those are definitely connected on the exterior, the two pins that I measured as being common. Over here, we have a couple of things. We had a 7815 and a 7915. So, okay, we got 15 volt linear regulators, so those are gonna get nice and toasty. The 78 is positive 15, and the 79 will be negative 15, by the way. So we have a good idea of what's going on in here. I don't know if I can get this to show that. Probably not. Oh, this is a job for the Nikon. And you know what? I'm going to bring in the tool I've had sitting down here this whole time that I haven't used, and I think it's time to use it. I have an Ott light that should yield very high quality local lighting. And I just have not bothered with it. And it should make this way easier to see. Oh, so much easier. Go ahead and zoom in there. And bingo. So there is the 7815 and the, yeah, come on, 7915. It may still be a little dark for you guys. Yeah, may turn it up a bit. There's a large discrepancy between what seems bright on the camera monitor and what seems bright in the capture, so it's really difficult for me to get that right. So there we go, 7915. I don't know if the PI matters much or not. And the 7815A PI. So, never heard of Kia brand semiconductor, so that's a little weird. So, yeah. See, Season B. Not sure I'd end up burning my house down if I tried to build a PSU. I've done it a couple of times now for both the, what is that called? The IBM PC Junior and the Coleco Atom. But this is going to be a lot easier. I'm basically here, I'm just trying to figure out what DC voltage power supply I need to connect to this thing. And then I'm thinking about yoinking that thing out and then putting that in there with a barrel jack instead. So, Fuzzy 2K, that is a Nikon D5300. Works pretty well. That lens is actually the kit lens for Nikon FM10 flipped around with a reversing ring to get me a macro that close. So, P equal plastic housing, I equal industrial temperature range. Interesting. I had not seen that before. Fancy. Let's see. I also like this ganged switch. That is a really, really ridiculously fancy switch for there. I don't know why. I wonder if that actually saved them money, because that is an expensive switch with so many contacts. So, I'm guessing if I started measuring stuff here, we'd see the outputs from those two regulators probably go to this cable. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about negative 15. That's a little complicated. And you know what? For the main input, they have two batteries. And one of the unique things you can do with two batteries is have a negative voltage source. So I'm wondering if the one of the batteries will actually be below ground. Huh. Because if they have a 79 series chip, then they need negative voltages. So, interesting. Let's see. If I recall correctly, these mixers have a low voltage AC input to that board. Yes, I actually have the original power supply right here. It's a 16 volt AC and a 3 volt AC. And I have the power supply because I own two of these. One of them I bought brand new, and then this one I bought for $40 on eBay. So, yeah. Let's see. I've got D3100. Works pretty well after being several years old. Yeah, I've actually used a D3100 a fair bit too. Or was that a D3200? Something similar to that. Yeah, they're pretty good cameras. I quite like it, especially for photography. For video, it's pretty miserable. But for photography, it's great. AC power supply and dual side rectifier diode. Okay, what are we... Also, having ICs that say Kia on them before they even see any action isn't very promising. AC power supply and single side rectifier diode. Center tapped 30 volt transformer. I don't think it's a center tap 30 volt. There's only 3 pins, so I assume one of them is common, one of them is 3, and one of them is 18. That's about as good as I'm going to guess on that. But yeah, I'm not sure what you mean AC power supply and dual single side rectifier diode. I mean, I know that with AC it's going to need rectifier diodes coming in. I'm not sure what you mean there. I'm wondering if it's going to be worth just like laying out a schematic for this thing, because it's so simple. I'm also thinking maybe I'll just plug in the AC power source and then measure what all the voltages are there. But I got to figure out what ground is first. Although I can use the caps for that most likely. List of options for the 15 volt DC regs. 30 volt. Well, it doesn't have a transformer on the inside. At least I don't think it does. No, there's just a bunch of big connectors along the top. The transformer is external here. I'm guessing it's just using the... I imagine that's somehow related to phantom power, but I don't know for sure. Okay, excuse me. Where's that going? I want to start beep. Ooh, that's interesting. Hold on. I did not notice that the first time. Or maybe I did, and I incorrectly identified it. So, those two are common, but so are those two. And it's not just ground. On the copper, we can see that these two are going to a plane. That's probably the ground plane, but these two are connected with a single trace that goes down to here, a diode. That diode goes back over to here on the switch, which I'm guessing goes to here. That goes out. That doesn't make sense. It's got to be an input to something. See, like this. Okay, let me look at this. +12, 79, 12. Okay, so transformer. Ooh, okay. +12, -12. Yeah, that's basically what I was thinking. Okay, now I get what you mean, though. Because, yeah, you got to have negative 9 in. Yeah, that's a really... That's going to have a lot of ripple going into those regulators. You'd probably have some bigger caps. Yeah, one UF. That's not super big. Doesn't seem like it's very well rectified, but okay, I guess that it's working if it's working. Let's see, 30 volt? Why is it saying... Oh, the capacitors are 30 volt, okay. Interesting. Haha, I looked up D5300s on eBay, and the first one I saw is located in Shelby, North Carolina. That is hilarious. In that schematic, C1 and C2 need to be really big, like thousands of UF. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but they're not listed on there as being that, but they probably are. But being a 78 series means that, honestly, I could probably just plug 12 volt power supplies into those and not worry about it. See, if I have would need yeah, actually, since this is creating negative voltages, I can't put like one, what would be 27 volt power supply in there and then just, well, actually, hold on, I can't put one 9 volt power supply in there and then have it go to a bunch of places because it would be shorting itself. So it's not just that it needs 9 volt everywhere. It needs to have it needs to stack 9 volts up against each other. If I had a 27 volt DC power supply, I could potentially make a voltage divider and then have all the connections going out from there. So that's a possibility. Yeah. Let's see. But yeah, I'm betting that schematic is actually very, very close. I'm actually going to open that here in another thing so I can refer to that. I'm guessing that's either exactly it or pretty darn close to it. Okay, let's see here. There's a similar PSU used in the power supply in one of the minis I've got now that I think about it. So let's see what Gaffleg's got here. Manual. Is there... Oh, there's a schematic for this. So this is a 1002B. I don't know if that'll matter, but this could be very helpful, actually. Let's see. So input, let's see. I want to look at the regulators. It's a 7912 or 15 and a 7815. Then I'm going to guess this is probably similar enough. Let's see. The 789 or the 100 non-L or 1 amp. Are these L part? Are they that weak? At least it's I, so I'm thinking these are that 1 amp, or probably, or 1.5 amp. It's L78, 79, always get those. Yeah, let's see. Also, thank you, Gaffleg, for the schematic, and hello, since it's your first time chatting. Let me see, where are they potentially at in there? Usually the L ones... Oh yeah, now that I think about it, they're LM 78. What do I got here? These are... Yeah, LM 7805 is my Fairchild regulators. I hadn't considered that. That's weird. I'm trying to find the regulators on that schematic. I'm blind, apparently, because I'm not seeing them. T3, T9. Although maybe they don't have, like, proper stuff. What are the... IC1, IC2. Okay. Those are the ref deses. IC4B. Okay. There shouldn't be this much stuff. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. I'm an idiot. I'm looking at an XLR input thinking it's a power connector just because it was 3-pin. Oh my gosh. Power supply. Where is that? It is tape in. Yada yada. Phantom. Come on. Where is it? Line. Let's see. If you need a split DC, if you need to split a DC, you can use a circuit like this. Is it just going to be? I'm guessing it's going to be a resistor ladder. Oh no, that's way more complicated. Yeah, I was just thinking like a resistor ladder. Oh, is that for making an actual negative voltage power supply? That's interesting. I have done that for the Coleco Atom. I've used, I forget what thing it was. Third page, bottom right. Okay. I see the phantom power, -15. Where's the... $33.9 and $45.08. Okay, so I'm wondering. I'm thinking the 1002 non-B is probably different for the schematic because I'm not seeing a 7815 and a 7915 in there. All right, I may need to find a more exact schematic, but I think we're closing in on this here. Blackhawk 92 just redeemed a byte break. SGI Indigo. I do not know if that one's going to be too new. What I can do, though, is I can come over to my laptop and I can search that, and you can actually see that. So let's see here. I am realizing that I didn't set up my chroma key stuff that I really wanted. So that kind of sucks. So we're just going to do a non-chroma keyed search here. First stream I've caught while I'm in the US. So you may just have to search the variant. I wasn't sure which one you had. Yeah, I have the, real quick here, 1002B. So... yeah, I'll take a look at that for that in a moment. So let's see, will this work if I pop it up? There we go. All right. So SGI Indigo. I will not be surprised if that's too new. Indigo. How it's spelled? Let me double check. Indigo. Yeah. Okay. If it's new. Ask Callicroft for a topic. Let's see. Maybe. Time the SGI to go this year. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. Wow. 3 hits, huh? Okay. 16.9. Page 61. Let's see. Oh, this is so nice being able to use my laptop, by the way. This is so nice. Because now I don't have to look at the really weirdly angled screens on my desktop. Yeah. Let's see. Iris Indigo. New. Is this... so I'm guessing that's it. That'll be a good one. Okay. Cover story. Is this really the cover? It looks like it might be. All right, then. So, September 91. All right. Let me go grab that. Okay, give me a moment. This one has a bookmark in it. I want to double check why. Okay, I don't think it's significant. We're just telling them to look at that page. Okay. So, all right. Hey Google, 5-minute timer. Come on. Oh, I gotta do that.
Sure, 5 minutes. Starting now.
Okay, so this might be the first time we've had a topic be the cover item, so that's kind of cool. Other than list, but that one was kind of difficult to get. But yeah, this is really cool. SGI. Wow, do they not say what page this is on? That's hilarious. Page, what? I didn't catch what it was on the laptop. Let me just open that PDF back up here real quick like. 61 was page 41 in the magazine. Yeah, it's a good thing I looked, because good grief. Quite the discrepancy there. Alright, ooh, binding's not doing great on this. Unix goes indigo. This is pretty cool to see here. I've never seen an SGI Indigo open, so that's kind of cool for me to see. Is that like a big old hard drive? And it's funny, it's got like a front plate for a hard drive, but you would never see that. And this issue is in bad shape. That page is going to tear out. Is that a shell script for searching PDFs? It is. Yeah, I set that up myself for doing these. So let's see. Iris Indigo includes 8-bit and 16-inch color monitor. Diskless with 8 megabyte of interleaved RAM. Oh my gosh, $8,000. That's a whole chunk of money there. See, if you want it with a 236 megabyte hard drive, what? That is $10,000. Wow. Configurable 432 megabyte hard drive. This is $12,000. Good grief. That is weird. Is this the only page on this? Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, that is. So, okay, that's interesting. They modeled that in there. So I wonder how they did that. If it's just some kind of program where you take a 2D image and then like extrude it and then do that. That's the window name is Byte. So I'm wondering if they wrote a program. Let's see. The Byte logo is written using the standard SGI graphics library. GoRed shading generates 24-bit color requests that are approximated by a hardware dithering to 8-bit color. The XGIF file is an X window system application showing the quality achieved with standard 8-bit color. Interesting. It has to be. It has to be well, it wouldn't have to be. It's 1991. This is a photo of this monitor. You can tell it's got curvature and stuff. It's got to be able to do screenshotting. I mean, it has to be able to. Why are they taking a photo of a monitor still? 91. There's no reason to do that. That's weird. On a computer, at least. I mean, on game consoles, yeah, they had to do that because game consoles don't have a print screen button. But yeah, that is weird. See what else we got in here. Let's see. Multitude home court applications, CAD, CAM. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of these being used for CAD. I've just used them for artistic modeling, but they should be just rock stars at actual CAD as well. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, here we go. CPU information. Bidirectional Centronics parallel port and SCSI connector are part of the backplane circuitry. Ooh, that's nice. Those are just part of the backplane. You don't need a card. Providing 133 megabyte per second data transfer. Let's see, 91 IDE definitely. I'm pretty sure IDE wasn't at Ultra 133 yet, so that wasn't there. See, CPU onboard contains 33 megahertz. That's pretty slow. MIPS R3000A CPU. So is that just for the backplane, or is that like the actual CPU? That does not make sense. That doesn't seem potent enough for one of these. That's weird. Might be like the timer's ending. Might be like the HP Capricorn CPU where it punches above its weight. But yeah, interesting. All right. Well, that is a cool thing. Thank you for the Byte break. Oh my gosh, Blackhawk. All right, let's get back to the mixer power supply. CPU was 33 megahertz. That's weird. Easier to provide a photo than yeah. That's just, I mean, they were probably doing their layout electronically by 91. So, I don't know. Okay, so negative negative power really kind of makes this more difficult. I didn't want to have to create a power supply. I was hoping I could bodge in a couple of things, but now I'm definitely going to have to make one, I guess. Really wasn't what I wanted to have to do. This thing is complicating this more than I wanted. So, okay. Trying to decide what the best path forward is here. Because the thing is unfortunately, I have absolutely been unable to find this power supply. This is a, well, this doesn't actually say. It has a different power. This has a different model name printed on it than the ones that I've seen. You know, it'd be really dumb is if I can find one for sale based on the model number that's actually printed on it. As opposed to the one that people say it is. Yeah, okay, because actually let me bring up a private window so I can show web browser stuff here. So this is the power supply with the more generic model number PSU4UL, but this says UBB 1002UL. And like no matter what, trying to search this, I think I found one on Newegg that was $40, and that one was it. Every single other one of them, that's just reviews, is out of stock. Sweetwater out of stock. Yeah, Newegg is now $53. Good grief. See. Yeah, so that just doesn't exist because I'm really not a fan of making like negative voltage power supply. I really if I have to make a power supply to power this thing, I might just spend the $50 on the one, because it's not going to be cheap to make a power supply if it has to provide negative voltages, and I'm not a big fan of trying to make negative voltages the other way. I mean, what I could do, yeah, oh man, you could just make a brick with those transformers. I could, but then I have to buy those transformers. See, that's the thing. Yeah, it might not be cheaper than the $50. That's the problem. If I have to go the DIY route, then it probably won't be cheaper. That's the thing. I was not expecting to encounter a negative voltage regulator in here. I probably should have been, but I wasn't expecting that. So that very much complicates it. Yeah, the other thing, that's it. UBB 1002 UL. So that's the other power supply marking, and I'm wondering if it's possible someone could list one of these like on eBay with that instead, because they don't have it doesn't have the PS4 UL power supply. Measure the output voltages from the board. Yeah, I'm going to do that. But I'm now expecting it to output a negative voltage. That's the thing. So, oh, look, $84. Delightful. $60. Good grief. So bad. I'm thinking these were the only devices that came with that power supply. It looks weird in silver. Behringer Eurorack. Oh, that's Eurorack power supply. That's what it says on it. If we look back at, why is this not working? Oh, because I'm an idiot. We look back at this. Eurorack power supply, UBB 1002, and then here it's a Behringer Eurorack UBB 1002 is the model number. Intriguing. See, one on eBay and musicreadon.com says it has them in stock. Yeah, if you can put the link up, I mean, if it's like the $12 that most of the music places say that they're going to charge, I'll just buy that and then we will just twiddle our thumbs for the rest of the stream. Because that would make way more sense. That's the problem. The actual price on these should be very affordable, but they're not. Yeah, this is interesting. I didn't know about this. Is this missing any features compared to mine? Is this basically exactly the same thing? Yeah, it looks like it is, but just slightly different. Weird. I mean, it would be so dumb, but it would almost make more sense to buy that with the power supply. Since the power supply is just transformers, as long as it works, there's nothing to go wrong with it. I bet it doesn't have any capacitors in it. Probably just a potted power supply, or potted transformer. So I could get a garbage, worn out mixer with a power supply. Man, that'll be dumb if I end up doing that. I would be surprised if all the ones being sold without the power supply just because they can't find a power supply. See, I'm curious if power supply model MXEU4. Oh, but it's got a Euro plug. That will not work. Because it is just a raw transformer. I bet this does not, input 120 volt AC on the actual thing. It's definitely, because it's not a switching power supply, it's not going to be compatible with 240. Can't decide if it's surprisingly the power supply is so hard to find. That model isn't terribly old, but then again, it's Behringer. Yeah, I don't know. It's frustrating. I'm thinking that it has its own power supply that nothing else has, and that's why. So, I'm going to poke around on eBay and such a little more here. God, what's stupid? You know, that one's still really expensive. What's the model number? MXEU4. MXEU4. Alright, it's still not cheap. I was going to say if that's like $10, I could have used my step-down transformer because that would have worked. Well, yeah, so if I do PSU 4-UL, no results found. I'll put that in quotes just in case it's interpreting it as a, no. Yeah, if I search Behringer, what's that other website? Music Redone? Let's see if I see that URL here. So this one, I'm guessing, is what you're saying. So $27. That's about twice as much as it should be. I get Music Red 1, not Redone. Okay. That's a bit of a pet smart issue. Canadian though, I mean, Canadian would work. They're not, as long as 120 volt. Okay. Says it's compatible with the 1002B right there. I don't know what shipping's going to be like. Possibly not tremendous. free shipping only valid. And the order is 200. Okay, free shipping only valid within Canada. Shipping could be pretty bad. Options are, right now, get 2 higher voltage power supplies, because it... I just messed something up here. Hold on. Control Z. There we go. If I'm going to input something into the DC power supply here, alright, cross-border shipping, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Then I'm at the price of the Newegg one. You're at least 1 on reverb. All right, I'll look on reverb. Let's see, reverb. Well, I assume you're not talking about this one, because that one shows as sold. I'll just search PS4 UL on reverb itself rather than going through Google. Does not look like it, unless it's that. Oh, what a deal. It's $11 and $114 shipping. Unless it's shipping from the moon, I don't think it should be that much. Is there a way to report a listing on Reverb for being a scam? Because I'm pretty sure that one is. That's EU? Is it? I thought it said it was oh, it is 220 volt. Okay, well, that'll explain why it's so expensive. Alright, fair enough. Was this one? Let's see. No, that's just DC. 6 volt. That's nothing. PSU 7L is not compatible. I've looked into that. I don't think there is a PSU 4. Okay, let me look at that. Listing sold. Yeah, that one is showing as sold. Platypus. So that's why I'm not looking at that one. Because we wouldn't be having the stream right now if that one had still been up. I had actually seen that listing before I started. So, looks like music redone shipping to the US is 25-ish, so you're looking at 50 total, but 50 Canadian. So 50 Canadian would probably be like 40 US, I think. Not showing sold for you. Okay, I'll bring it up here, so just so you can see. Alright, Reverb. So there, listing sold. So that's what I'm seeing. Anyway, let me finish my thought here. The 7080, well, the 70X whatever 15 means that it's outputting 15 volts, so it is a 30 volt peak-to-peak power supply on this thing. So I'm assuming that there is 30 volts peak-to-peak on here. And because it's a negative power output, that means that I would have to provide it 2 power supplies, and that I would have to make sure that they're not commonly grounded through neutral on here. So, or save an eBay search for it when it shows up again. Yeah. Link to another one that's in stock, also Canada. Intriguing. Okay. How do you see that? That's weird. Intriguing. Okay, yeah, your link worked. Also, hello, R. Marsich. Yeah, your link worked on the computer. I can see that. Sellers open to offers. Yeah, shipping's gonna kill though, and it's kind of the same price as the other one. It was in the similar listings section. All right, let me see here. Yeah, that's weird. It does not show up for me. So if I bring it up again here, yeah, I can go through the whole thing. I don't see that one. Let me look at your link again. Behringer PSU 4 UL. All right, it's. I wonder if it's because it's Canadian that it just doesn't show up. PSU 4-UL. No results. Yeah, that's very strange. Behringer. Okay, so I found one. Australia, yay! But at least I have a firm price, so it would be $42-ish on that one. Ouch. Yeah, it might be in Canada. That could be why. Bad problem about Aussie one is that it's got a weird plug. And it's probably 230. Yeah, there we go. So that one won't work. Then we got this one, which is, that looks Euro plug 220. Man, this sucks. It just tested the fire alarm? Oh my gosh. Anyway, actually doing, I don't like the idea of the grounds needing to be truly separated on the DC power supplies, because it's kind of common for the DC to be connected to ground on that. Like, just for giggles, I'm gonna look here. See, Hunkerhoff just wind a custom transformer. Yeah. Let's see, this is a 12 volt DC power supply. Outside. Okay, so that one's safe. But they aren't all guaranteed to be safe. The only way I could guarantee it's safe is if I get one that has a grounded connection and then not connect it with a grounded cable. But nonetheless, I really don't like this. This sucks. That is way more difficult to power than I thought it was going to be. I figured, oh, it's got a couple of batteries in it. Well, how hard could it be? That one's a tricky one to not have to try to do cheaply. That's the thing. It's difficult to do cheaply. I could absolutely power this if I really wanted to. Transform acts as an isolator between the primary and secondary. Yeah, that's true as well, which is definitely good for something like this. So powering something like this off of AC makes sense. It does. And then the cable could pick up interference over DC along the way as well. So I understand why they do that. I'm not going to complain that it is an AC power supply for an analog thing. No earth pin is usually isolated output, is it? Or I'm also curious how it does phantom power. Probably needs AC to supply the 48 volts. Not sure that really matters for your use. Well, I do need phantom power for my mics. That cuts half of the point here, is that I need to be able to power. I finally found this. I was looking for this thing. Like, here's an example. This mic, that is the phantom power indicator. If it doesn't have phantom power, then it actually has an input for AA batteries. So that's the thing. I need phantom power for at least the shotgun mic. I have right now. And I assume other shotgun mics will also need it. 1-to-1 transformer, I could, but I don't have that on hand. So that's the thing. There are all sorts of solutions like that, but I don't have them. And that means I would have to buy them versus just paying the outrageous cost. The other problem, all right, here's the thing. Here's another thing. Let's look back at this. I didn't know this before I bought this mixer. Okay, this is unfortunately Behringer. I think I'm misspelling that. You know what? 1002B. This mixer has gone down in price since I bought it. Here's the thing. If I just bought that, okay, it would be the cost of this plus the power supply. So I could return this, get my money back, and then just buy another new one. But I really thought I was going to get a cheap way of doing this. Maybe there's a switching boost converter on the main board for the phantom power. Maybe. It's got no last name. They are definitely terrorizing you over there. I'm now thinking I may have messed up on this. I really don't want to buy another one for $110. But I'm going to be really, really close to that on used stuff. These are the difficult decisions. Excuse me. I don't think I've tried looking on Behringer's website directly. So they have some links to stuff here. I'm just going to open every single one of those and we'll see if any of them have one. Okay, let's see. More on order. Okay, so they would let me buy it, but I probably won't get it. I'll accept, I'm pretty sure, cookies. Okay, this is just all Behringer items on this website. Amazon does not have one. They have a Euro one. They have a different kind of Euro one. Yeah, they don't have it. This place, click that. No, they I don't think they have it. This one does not have it. So I could try and buy it from Sweetwater. And then just hope they get it. I bet my order will be canceled if I try and buy that. So, see, do it, buy all the things. Cody, are you saying buy the new one or buy this? Because I am not inclined to buy the new one of these just because it doesn't come with power supply. Man, dry air is really kicking my butt right now for some reason. Hello, Olifab. And since your first time chatting. Who reviews a power supply? I want to see these reviews. Hold on here. Well, they're importing reviews from other websites. Okay. But even still, ooh, great product. Excellent, muy bueno. No. No one is reviewing a power supply. It either does its job or it doesn't. one review on Sweetwater. This is good grief. Okay, that's a really weird review. People who get paid, yeah, or or third-party manufacturers, or make a PSU, make a main channel video out of it. Yeah, that's the thing. Making a PSU is just getting two transformers and then just putting wires on them. That's the thing. The power supply itself is extremely simple. Why is everything a proprietary connector? Since it has a battery, maybe supplying battery level voltage to the battery connector. So the thing about that hub, since they're all joined together, all right, I need to make sure. Let me. The thing about that is, depending on how the individual power supplies are connected, like, okay, let me do this. Let me check this. This is a 9-volt power supply right here. All right, this is Sega Genesis power supply. This is pretty common 9-volt power supply. Let's get rid of this. All right, I have that going to this right here. I want to check this as another example. I'm pretty sure inside of this is just a transformer and a couple of capacitors and an LM7809. All right, so that's not going through either. Oh man, maybe I'm wrong. Okay, here's the thing. I would have to get 3 of these. That's the thing. 3 power supplies. And 3 9-volt power supplies. And then connect them to the 3 battery terminals. Get isolated DC-DC converters to stand in for... Yeah, that's the thing. It's not going to be cheaper. I might be hosed. I might have made a dumb decision. I'm starting to think that that's the problem here. Here's what I was hoping. I was hoping I was going to crack this thing open, and I was going to find like 24-volt total power input or something where it added them up or multiplied it with like switching power supply or something. That's what I really thought was going to be in here. That 7809 or 7915 really threw me for a loop. That was not at all what I was thinking was going to be in here, and it really changes how this thing operates and what you can do with the power supply input. So, what a silly stopping block this has been. Yes, it is. See, if your main need is phantom power supply, you could buy a separate phantom power PSU. Yes, that's the thing. There's all these things I could buy instead, but that add up to the cost of what would just be buying the regular one. I think I'm taking a very long walk here to finding out I'm going to get bent over on a Newegg purchase. That's where I think I'm going with this. It just sucks because I should have bought a new one of these. I could it may not be a stupid move. I could just buy the new one on Amazon and then set this aside as a backup in case something happens to them, or if I ever need a portable one. Stock up on batteries. Yeah, I don't know how long it will last on batteries, but this thing claims to be 1 amp on the 16-volt output, so that would drain batteries pretty quick. Wow. I really don't like that the best solution I'm looking at here, though, is just to buy another one. But I'm starting to think that might be it. Starting to think that. And then maybe it could make sense to leave batteries in this one and then have it be a portable one. I don't know. Power board only generates plus minus 15-volt phantom power. Is generated on the... And phantom power is generated on the plus 15 on the main board. Then you could use the little schematic I liked. Yes, I know. I definitely could do that. And then that's the thing, is I don't have to make a PCB, order the parts, and all that stuff. I believe phantom power stepped up if the PSU's plugged in. 23, 28, yeah. Looked like a good idea until, yeah, at least we all enjoyed the stream. Yeah, I know. It's really didn't work out quite like how I thought it would. So phantom power's over here. I just see a bunch of caps on the board Could be like this. So yeah, that chip is an STMZHJ007. STMZH007. That's a 6. I'm not getting anything on that. All right. Let's see. Lower phantom voltage on the battery. Yeah, I'm guessing something like that. It doesn't. I don't know if it says what the phantom voltage level is. All right, I'm gonna do this 3x 9-volt lithium battery. Oh, like rechargeable. It's an interesting idea. How much are rechargeable 9 volts? About 20 to 30 bucks, I bet, could get me enough batteries, but it's too close to the cost of the power supply. I don't know why. I don't think it would be cheaper, but all right. I want to see some stuff here. So I think center is output on the 79 series stuff. Maybe. Well, actually. So whatever that is, that's probably output, actually. So I bet that would be negative. That's almost certainly ground, which is barely making its way into there. So this, go. That's ground. I don't see positive 15 if I got that right. I'm trying to figure out 9-volt lithium, like smoke detectors. Those are not rechargeable. Oh. Well, I was just looking up rechargeable AA's, not lithium. Yeah, I was looking up rechargeable 9-volt batteries. They are a thing that exists, not necessarily a smart thing to buy, but they do exist. That is the 79. Where does that go? That goes to that transistor. That's cap. To there, which is cap. That is. That's a little more complicated. So this. Oh my gosh, what is that part? That's SOT 23? No, that's service mount. TO92, that's it. This TO92 part is MPS A06. I want to see what that is. MPS A06. Probably just a transistor. Yeah, just regular transistor. Because that is in between the actually that connects to, interestingly, that connects to both the negative and positive output. So maybe that's ground. No, that can't be ground because it's connected to different sides. That's weird. Where's that? I'm not connected. I'm so confused here. This is 3 diodes. Okay. All right, now I'm on the correct page here. So that is probably 15 volt. 9-volt battery charge from USB. Yeah, I do see some of those actually over here. If it'll load there, that. But that's not cost effective. Anyway, what I'm trying to see here is, I think I see how the output works. And it will be plus and minus the 15 volts. So let's go, let's measure it. Let's do the thing and see it. So, on, pretty sure this is ground. This should be 15. No? Thought that would be. Huh. It's not on. Doesn't seem smart enough to not turn on when there's not a load. Or my probe's sucking. Oh, they're good. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Need that screen on DMM reading over GPIB. Yeah, I know. I'll get there eventually. And I saw you linked another PCI GPIB card, and I mentioned that I was thinking about putting it in the stream computer, but now I'm also wondering if maybe I should just hold out and buy a USB one. It's like $50 for ones on eBay. I don't know if they're authentic. Plugged into the... Yeah, you're right. It's not plugged into the wall. There we go. Ground, just for giggles. Nothing there. Okay. Negative 15. Yep. Going to there. Now going to here. Where is it? Hold on. Boom, boom. Yeah, that should be... Yep, that is. And then that pin goes to here, and that one's a lot easier to get to. There we go, 15. Goes around to here. 15. Jumps over to there. 14 and a half. Down to here, and yep. So we have basically plus and minus 15 volts. So confirmed, it needs a 30 volt split. I do not have enough 9-volt batteries to put into this to test what it would look like with just off of 9 volts. But I'm guessing, since they're 7815 and 7915, which would require, I mean, the LDO on those is like, what, 1.5 or 3 volts, something like that. So it would need to be 18 volts somehow. So I really don't know how the negative power is derived from a single 9-volt battery, because it definitely doesn't have a step up in there. So that kind of perplexes me. And the LDO will not turn on unless it is over the dropout voltage, so I don't know, but yeah, so plus and minus 15. I could, I mean, assuming that that's it. I didn't measure all the other ones. You know what? Let's measure all the other power pin. What are the other ones going to? There's too many other pins as well. Stupid AC power. Could also look at the PSU 3 UL and Vampule. And Vampule. I don't know what that is. Even though it's 20 volt power supply. What is Vampule? You gotta be curious. I'm gonna just look that up. Vampule. Is that like a I don't know what that is. Images. There's a power supply. It's got 20 volt and 11 volt output. It's for Behringer or something or another. Those are pretty far off. Power supply models. Okay, one on eBay for 11 with shipping. I'm so envious. Because I really I swear, before I bought this thing, there were some of these power supplies actually available for $12. So it was my plan to just buy this and then buy a power supply for $12. And then as soon as I got it in my hands and it worked, and I was ready to actually buy one, then they all just vaporized. So, two linear regulators output the input if the input is too low. Oh, okay. All right. So they won't. It'll just pass through. So the 9 volt, it's probably a much lower voltage on battery that way. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Let's say this. I will order the one on Sweetwater right now. See if they cancel my order. Or see if they give me any kind of estimate. Because what do they say? They say more on order. This item requires extra delivery time. Reserve yours now, risk-free, or contact us for more information. Never bought anything from Sweetwater. So minus 15 could be minus 9 running on battery. Okay. Here's what I'll do. I will just buy that right now from Sweetwater. If they say, okay, we're going to get them on this date or whatever, cool. If not, then I'll start an eBay search. And for the time being, I will do the really awful, horrible thing of just taking this back and forth from the office in my house. As long as I need it, because I stream twice a week. It's only 2 days a week. Do I actually have to move this? It sucks, but it'll be good enough for now. And then hopefully I'll get a real one. So, all right. With that plan, let's do this. I want to see if that shotgun mic would actually be enjoyable right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the Behringer back together, and then I'm going to put the mic up, and I want to see what it's like. So let's salvage this stream. Let's get something useful out of this. Let's test the mic. There are a lot of screws to put back in for having taken out practically nothing. You have any 9 volt batteries? I do not. I mean, maybe one. Let me just look. I do not. I don't have any. I don't keep a lot of batteries at the office. I really don't want any batteries. I'm at the point where I'm trying to get rid of everything that takes like AA batteries. I know vintage stuff that's unavoidable. I have some AA's over there, but I'm even thinking about replacing my flashlight here with one that's rechargeable with like an 18650 or something. But really want to get away from battery-driven stuff, so trying to, I don't know, not have that many. All right, put this back together. You know what? Actually, I'm going to do the Sweetwater order right now because I don't want to forget. Stop stream here. I'm gonna do this over here right now because pocket calculator. If you're asking if I have calculators that have 9-volt batteries, the only device that I know of that I have right now that has a 9-volt battery in it is Digits from the Wordle video, and that is at my house because I've actually been kind of playing with it every now and then, and I don't have that here. So, yeah. Okay, let's do this, paste. Alright, order this power supply. Not what I expected to be doing. If you told me I'd order the correct part for this thing in this stream, definitely would not have guessed that. Alrighty. Oh, I can get 6 months financing, so I can pay $2 a month for the thing that they don't have. I should probably make a Sweetwater account for this. Alright, I'll do that later. Let's put this thing back together and then play with the mics. Alright. Oh, sorry for the uneventful stream. Definitely didn't go how I thought it would. Oh yeah, I can't put the plunger back on yet. Because it's way in there. Sweetwater tends to be pretty good, usually a bit more expensive, but better service than Guitar Center in my experience. Well, I'm just mostly concerned about them actually ever getting one. Because the fact that everybody is out of stock makes me a little nervous. Even uneventful streams are interesting. Well, we did get to open this up and see that it's really difficult to work on. Way more so than I thought it would be. This was a vintage thing. If you need 9 volt, you could use 12 volt and plus 3 volt. Well, the thing is I need 3 9 volts because it has 3 9 volt power supply inputs or power battery inputs. Good grief. 2 of these are in series to create 18 volts, and then the other one will just pass through as actual 9 volt. So, in reality, if I wanted to power this externally, I could use a 9 volt power supply like this, possibly directly on that, and then an 18 or greater-ish, because you can go over with a linear regulator a little bit. Power supply connected to the other connectors. Still have a Mauser order running from a year ago. Whoa. Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of happening here, or just never showing up. This mixer was out of stock on Amazon for a while because I'd been considering getting a second one for my MIDI setup instead of using the awful mixers I have been using. Come on, why does this thing keep popping out? Look at it, it goes out to the side every single time, almost like it's magnetized itself. Get in there. Stop it. Oh my gosh. That, seriously. Oof. Just, like, even... It's clearly somehow gotten magnetized. Oh, I think I got it. Yeah, there we go. Take that, stupid little nut. Plug that in. All right, now the bajillion screws here. Yeah, the mixer went out of stock on Amazon, so I've had a suspicion that it was just discontinued, which makes me concerned that the power supplies just may never come back. I don't know why they're back now, the mixers on Amazon. popping out as anti-magnetic. Well, it could be I'm trying to jam it in with the opposite polarity is what I was thinking. Hello, LolXD. Well, they really didn't want to use a boost converter. I wonder if they were worried about noise. Maybe? How far in are you? Giving up. That's where I'm at. Giving up, and I'm going to just buy the power supply on Sweetwater and hope I actually get one. Because it needs a positive and negative voltage rail, and trying to provide that is going to require 2 external DC power supplies, which is not what I was expecting to have to set up today. So, alright. Any advice for someone who needs 1 capacitor? That is the exact problem I have, and why there's a big rack of stuff back here that I need to order parts for. When I need 1 capacitor, I put the item on a shelf and then forget about it, because I don't want to spend $6 on shipping for 1 single part. Have any dead devices you can salvage a similar cap from? That's a good concept as well, good idea. And that's why the VIC-20 I looked at a while ago had a weird one. So if something needs positive and negative voltage, you can provide it with a modern PSU. Yes. The thing is how you have to connect them. It is absolutely possible. It's just you'll need a dedicated power supply for each one. The actual power supply for this thing is AC, and then it has rectifiers in it. It's even more difficult to match AC power supplies because there are fewer of those. So, but even then, because it's a multi-input, it makes it more complicated. This thing really wants to fight me. I'm going back together. Metal's all, like, opened up. It's a shame it's so difficult to find a power supply for this mixer, because it's really good. I like it a lot. See, moral of the story is do not buy this mixer, even if in stock. Well, no, buy the mixer new. That's the thing. New, it comes with the power supply. That's why I have the one. Because this is my second one of these mixers, and the other one I use at home for other stuff. And I may... you know, what I could do is I could just not do music stuff at home for a while. I do it very infrequently. It would actually make more sense to just leave this power supply here with this mixer. And then if I really wanted to do music stuff, I could put batteries in the other one, I guess. I hate that solution, but that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I have the same mixer, it's great. Bummer the PSU is also so hard to get. Yeah, they should have just put the transformer inside the mixer. Yes, that is the solution. There is no good reason to not. I mean, weight, I guess, because it is meant to be portable, but that's... it's not... I don't think it saved enough weight to be worth it. I have a friend who used to work for Behringer several years ago. Interesting. Alright. Boom. That's back together. It is missing a rubber foot, but I'm not that worried about it. Before I go home and put a felt pad there in its place. Okay, let's make sure it doesn't explode. go, and good. Alright, I will plug the MC303 back into it just to test. Oh, man, let's see. Cost? I mean, it comes with the power supply. God, a stupid arm. I think this might be the last day I use this arm. Hopefully I can use the Rode PSA 1 after this. I didn't think I would have to do that because the arm was going to break. Let's see, different voltage. Yeah, they could have 2 transformers and tap changer, though. Nothing has been done. Great stream, by all. Noting... Oh, okay. Oh, you gotta head out? Alright. Thank you for stopping by. Okay, where am I at? I was putting these in there because I've gain set up differently on there. Alright. Then this. Boom. Which you guys should be able to hear. Play. Yep. I can hear it, yeah. Other stuff in here. Now I can hear it. Okay. That might be a little loud. Because we're not. The goal isn't to jam out. So, okay. That is working. We can check out a different thing I've made on here. That's not great. That one's better. That one's slow. Ooh, I like that one. That was weird. Anyway, so what we're gonna do now is try out this mic, and there's a couple of things I need to do. So this monitor arm is totally gonna die here. So the lights I have mounted and that thing are mounted with the clamps that go on the T-bars, and I want to mount one right there. So I have one over here I'm gonna remove right now, and then we're gonna put it over there. Let me grab that one. There's no reason to leave that over the data generals. Again. There we go. So that's what it is. It clamps on and then it closes over it. And the closing, it's really difficult to do. So I have some other stuff in here too, but farther back into it, a lot more in there than I realized. Ooh, I really like this one. This. There. And close it. Perfect. So then this will just screw onto there. Perfect. Adjust it to point down. Probably have to adjust that more later. I'm gonna grab my accelerometer from my mic. Have an extension in there. Use that. Make sure it's set to fan power. Okay. Yeah, the fluorescents suck. They're not good. I haven't replaced them yet, of course. Okay. So I'm gonna plug this in here. I'm gonna turn that down first. Test. Okay. So there's that. I'm gonna turn down the other mic and then turn that one up. Okay. So this is what a shotgun mic could potentially sound like. Yeah, echo should be solved now. It looks like I may, I'm gonna put a compressor on that real quick. Filters, add compressor. Okay. Test. That should work. Okay. So this is not an ideal sounding microphone. If I flatten it to there, that's what that sounds like. Looks like I should really even bump it up a bit more. It's kind of really quiet. If I turn off Phantom, it makes no difference. It should make a difference. What gives? Weird. Phantom. I mean, it's on to Phantom. That's on. Weird. And Phantom. Alright, I don't know. Probably don't need the sock. Let's see. It's hard for me to tell with the headphones here. Okay, so talking, and this is the sound back here. Oh, I kind of like all that. Does the mic have a battery in it? It can, but I don't have it in there right now. See, it's okay, but is there a fan noise? The air conditioning's on. So that's one thing. Let's see, I think I can actually turn down the gain a little bit here. Let me do that. Okay, so right there, more background noise. Yeah, the AC definitely just kicked on. So why can't you rebuild the Data General's PSU again? I probably can. It's like a lot of work. I just haven't started on it yet. Getting fan plus AC now, yeah, that is just going to be something. Although I really don't think this is an actual shotgun mic like it should be, because it should reject audio from the sides. Although that AC vent might be in the way. I don't know. Yeah, I can't do much about the HVAC. Yeah, I really can't. That's the benefit of this kind of microphone that's more direct. But this one might actually be better. Like if I'm sitting down here mumbling, it'll pick that up better because it's farther away. And then the other thing is if I switch to this mic, the problem is that when I do like that or I move something around on here, you hear that through there. So it's a trade-off, HVAC sounds versus the lumpy mic sounds from the table getting hit. So going back to this, I'm going to play around with tweaking this a little bit. So there is a pretty harsh curve. And for me, that cut a lot of sound. So I'm going to bump the gain up again a bit here. So that might sound better. Might even be a little bit too bassy. And that, yeah, I kind of like the sound of that. It's hard. These are not great, and I have just enough of a delay because of the Bluetooth being kind of terrible that it's weird. I think the AC just shut off. Yeah, so it should be quieter. Much more shotgun even when the AC was off. Okay. Smacking the table isn't so bad. Shotgun is headache-inducing. That is annoying. I want to try different headphones. I really like how much more noise it picks up, though. Okay, this is delayless. Oh, that's so much better for me for trying to hear and check things. I shouldn't have even tried the Bluetooth headphones. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot more noise. I might be able to tweak that in OBS to reject some noise. So let me see. Filters. Add expander. Okay, I'm going to put that up there. Ratio. Oh, I can't hear the expander because I'm not monitoring that. I'm on this thing directly. If switch mode is 2000, probably isn't what we start. Sorry, I know you want the shotgun to work. I really do want the shotgun to work a lot, because I think that will sound better overall. Yeah, I can tell the difference when I'm in front of it directly versus down here. The bass is picked up a lot better when I am directly in front of it. So maybe it is somewhat directional. Let's see. Much better with the expander. Okay, that's good. That's a pretty hefty rejection I think I just put on it. Again, I can't hear that. I might be able to... Well, there'll be a delay and it'll drive me nuts. This is much better. Just a little buzz. Instantly fine for me. Okay. I want to tweak the EQ a little bit more here. So this is flat. Oh, that's awful. That is seriously terrible. So I'm going to turn down mid quite a lot. And that probably helps. If I bump up bass just a little bit. Treble is all noise. So if I cut that down, if I leave that, let's say, right there, it may have a lot less noise to reject. Bring back mid just a little bit. And that is bass. Okay, so, all right. That might be a good balance of sound. I don't know how that sounds there. So how does this sound, say, compared to the normal audio for people who've been here watching the stream? Because I feel like there's been just a lot of audio issues, and a lot of them has been from me moving around and stuff like that. I should probably tip that down slightly more. I don't think I can do that from this side of the table. See, does this mic have a high-pass filter? Helps a lot clean up room noise. I can do a high-pass filter here. All I have to do is just twist this down, and then that's high-pass filter. But yeah, there's a balance where it's going to cut off parts of my voice with that. So it's one of those things where I need to figure out what makes the most sense to do for this mic. So that's why a mixer like this with the EQ options is handy, because it can be tuned. I feel like this probably sounds pretty good now. So yeah, let's see. Now I want to listen to something here, and then I can actually mix that in. Yeah. That is fun to be able to do. Although that's going to sound weird for you guys because you have sorts of filters applied now. But yeah. Let's see. I can only hear the fan noise now when you're mid-word with headphones. Filter probably falling a little. Samsung TV speakers don't do it. You're with Cody. There's a little bit of difference in the tone, and there is a slight amount of noise when you speak, but I think it is perfectly serviceable. All right. This is a garbage microphone, by the way, so this will only get better once I have the funds to put a better mic in its place. So that it will improve. There's probably some echo now as well, because it's going to get stuff bouncing off of the wall and things like that, so I will actually have to do some noise treatment in here. So that'll be a thing as well eventually. But yeah. So, okay. There's something else I wanted to play with. Oh, for a comparison, I can do this. I can bring in this mic, and this will let me basically hear what the other one sounded like, because this is, again, the exact same mic, but not USB effectively. So, let's see. Depending on what this has, good looking. Okay, that's for something else here. Okay, so this is a way better mic, so much better mic. It's yeah, kind of ridiculous. You're just gonna like this audio a lot more in general. But this has some of the same problems as the other thing, where there's just this sounds so much better. So much better. It's a little peaky. Maybe turn down the gain just a tad there. Bump up the low, bump up the high, and that'll make up for it. But yeah, the problem with this then is, well, this is on an external stand, so the table bumping is now gone. That's not a consideration. Yeah, boomy bass is gone. Okay, zero fan noise. Yeah, it's going to be the best of both worlds. But then the problem is that I have to have this somewhere, and when I start to move away like that, all the audio goes away. So that's the problem. I mean, it might even be, yeah, it's going to be terrible comparatively. And that's where the other one works out better, because it is a wider mic, and I don't have to be as close. As I get to even just slightly farther back, this one really falls apart. It's partially because of how far away that mic is, that it doesn't work as well. So if I was playing games or something, this would be great. I just heard the AC kicked on. So there is still a good amount of AC noise. But the problem is how close to this I have to be. This is why this works great as a video recording mic, because I can be right up into it, and when it's off screen, I can be leaning into it and getting the best possible sound. But when I have to move around, yeah. Can you hang this mic from the ceiling? I can. But the thing is, that's about how far away that mic has to be to get to the same usability as that one. If I'm down here and I can hear it, there's more AC noise and there's other problems. I'm gonna have to retune this a little bit to better reject some of that, bring back some other sounds. So here's what it's like to use that mic in place of the other one. So there's that one, and then there is this one, which probably pull out a little more. If the other mic is just so much better too. Yeah, so there's a lot more. There's a lot of AC noise. There's a lot of AC noise there too, though. So that's a thing. Just get a boom operator. Yeah, yeah, really. So the other mic is great when it's up close, but I can't have it up close. That's the problem. And that's why this one has drawbacks, because I don't move it around when I'm recording these, and when I'm leaning down here, it becomes difficult to hear me. So I'm open to whatever you guys think sounds best. Shotgun mic on the ceiling, okay. This is difficult to answer. Or a lapel. That is another thing. Oh, ow. Give me one moment. This will be a lapel mic test. I think this will work. I'm going to need like another stereo adapter here. Okay. So this is the shotgun mic. Let's go back. Here is the Moran's mic, but far, not close. And I'm going to plug my Rode Wireless Go into one of these. I don't know which one it will be here. We'll see in a moment. Make sure that's down. I've never been able to hear these in real time, so I don't know what this is actually going to sound like. I do a fair amount. Is it too early for a second byte break? Well, I mean, it has a limit on when it can be run, so the limit will be built in. Let's see. Wireless lavalier. I do have that. I got it right here. I'm putting the wireless lavalier on. Let's see. Yeah, before it wasn't working great. Okay, let's see. Plug it in there. Okay. The lav mic's not working because I need a stereo adapter. Do I have another one of these? This is a slight problem. Give me, actually, oh man. Okay, I'm gonna make this work. I'm not keeping up. Was just thinking lapel 2, time to Patreon tier. The lapel was very expensive. These were like $300. I bought them as part of moving into the office, so that I could actually do stuff like this. Okay, line gain. You know what I may need to do? I may need to bump this up a bit here. Let me see. Can I pull this down? Is there any sound? Oh, I think I actually hear it. One more. There we go. Okay. So, this is the lapel mic. And I have tried to use this before for the streams. I'm going to rebalance this. Can I balance out to... No, I'm gonna test. Oh, oh. Okay, this thing is... I have to use these, the RCA adapters. It's the cable. Yeah, it's the cable. The cable, and I'm hearing some 60 hertz buzz. Oh, it's the line in being like cranked. Let me pinch these down really quick so I'll grab it. Oh, that was way too much. Let me unpinch that a little bit. There we go. Now hopefully it'll work. Test. Test. Okay. Okay, so there's that. And that's not being weird with the other stuff. Okay, there we go. Why do I feel like there is an echo? That doesn't sound right. There should not be. Why don't I just unplug the other mic? Is there some kind of stereo flanger echo thing going on? Because to me it sounds like something's not right. And I can't quite place my finger on it. Because that's weird. You don't hear an echo? I feel like it's weird. All right. Strange. Okay. Maybe it's not. Maybe, oh, I know what it is. These are, oh God, it's so weird. You're not going to hear it. No, it's because they're a digital lapel, like it's sending it, it's digitizing it to be sent. There is like a barely imperceptible delay. Yeah, it's the delay between these two being like just slightly out of phase with my own voice, what I actually say. So everything else has been like pure analog, instantaneous, but this is not. That's what's going on. Okay, well that explains it. And then now you're gonna get beard sounds. So that's a thing. But this will also let me experiment in real time with where to best place this. So that's kind of nice. I've been thinking about putting it on a hat, but I really don't want to wear a hat for a whole stream. So yeah, so that's gonna be slightly like mind bending for me to tune this, but I think I can. So here is flat on the lapel, and I always do a lot of tuning on this. The first step is always cutting out a little bit of mid, bring in a little bit of high because it can capture some of that, and then tiny bit of bass right there. Yeah, so there we go. So that's that. The slight delay does not matter. There'll be a delay between the audio and the video. That's a kind of a thing. But I won't have headphones on most of the time because I just don't care. I don't need headphones on. So as long as this sounds good, then that'll work. And the batteries on these, as long as I like charge them afterwards, it's fine. So this might actually end up being the best solution. Now, why haven't I been doing this? Every time I've tried to plug these into the computer. Oh, I missed a byte break. Oh, okay. I'll do that in a moment. Okay, I see it 9 minutes ago. Yeah, I really blasted past that. Okay, my apologies. I'll do that in a moment. When I tried to plug that thing into my computer, it had massive interference issues for some reason. Is that AC? Okay, so this still picks up the AC a little bit. There's not a lot that can be done about that. Oh, this still has the expander and compressor on as well, but that's probably fine. Oh, this sounds so weird to me. But all right, if this is probably going to be winter. So what this does in this case, this gives me isolation from the computer, which is noisy, and that will allow me to have better audio. And then being wireless, I can put the mixer anywhere, and then I don't need a cable in front of my face here hanging down from the ceiling. Obviously, I was going to route that out to the side, but not having to have to mount something there is nice too. So, okay, let's do the byte break. I'm going to have to move this, and the audio is going to cut in and out, so just give me a moment. Or it won't at all. That's weird. How did I get it so perfect? Okay. Let me bring the laptop over. And let's see. Re-enable the streaming. Bring that back. And bingo. Okay, so let's find our byte subject. That was Zenith ZCM. Oh, that is super specific. We'll see. We'll see if that works. I'm just going to search for the model number ZCM-1490. Yes, please. This sounds great. 5 out of 5. How great is it to just grep an entire set of magazines? It is really phenomenal. 1490. Okay, it actually has one. Okay, so we have a couple of options here. Let's see. So let's see, the second one that popped up here looks a little more promising. That is in 13.3. Oh, the other weird thing is I'm going to be able to talk to you as I walk away. Because my lapel mic is wireless. So, okay, what page? 208. 208. Zeniths. So the screen is absolutely black. What? It's flat? I don't suppose anyone... Is this for a monitor, not 14-inch screen? This is for a display. Okay. Do they have a picture of this display? Is this like a word description of a monitor? Is that what this is? Is this a monitor? Either that Zenith? Flat tube CRT. Interesting. Okay. Okay, well, we'll go with that because this is like an actual review of it. So this is page 176 in 13.3. Okay, I will be right back, although I guess I can just keep talking to you as I walk away now because the mic is coming with me. So I give you the play-by-play. I'm walking into the other room. I'm now looking at the magazines. I'm trying to remember that it is volume 13, issue 3, which is farther over than I first thought. I'm seeing that picture that's on the front and thinking to myself that it's actually pretty dark and that the scan itself wasn't just bad, that the photo is bad. It also looks weirdly modern as it has like that looks like a weird Apple battery backed RAID card type thing. There's so much empty space right there for an ISA card. That's really strange. Anyway, let's take a look at this. I'm not going to put the headphones back on because they're driving me insane. So let's get this out of here. Wireless laptop capture. That was cool. Although I should put it back here so it can be charging again. Okay. Hey Google, 5-minute timer. I already forgot what page it was on. I think it was
Sure, 5 minutes.
176. Yeah, right there. How did I just open it right to the right page? That's crazy. Okay, so the thing is here, this is just text. I really wished I could have found one with an image, but this is like an actual review here. So I'm going to skip through and look for numbers to see if there's anything interesting. So, it's flat. I don't suppose anyone is happy with CGA. That's fair. Everyone wants higher resolution and better graphics. Now we have several ways to get them. Open and move by NEC with multisync. A monitor that works on anything from... I did not know multisync supported PGC. That's cool. After the multisync came others, then EGA, later Zenith, blah, 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 blah. Man, this is a lot of preamble. Let's see. Man, they got VGA. Okay, at this point. All right. The result is pretty spectacular. FTM, so it's flat tube monitor. Can be tuned so that the screen is absolutely black. How is that intrinsic to a flat tube? That's weird. Zenith doesn't pay enough for... Well, it's probably more that this was a written review that... This is Chaos Manor. I forget the name of the author, but this was a very popular column. So this is probably just an independent review. With a Z29 video, Z449 video board has been impressed. Colors are striking. Screen is Most think the screen is concave. It's an illusion, it really is flat. Concave would be really weird. We're so used to convex screens that the bulge out at us that the 1490 really does appear to, well, that's strange. I've never felt like that when I've seen a flat tube monitor. Let's see. Jerry, oh, where, okay. Let's see, certainly is good enough to work it all day. Larry Niven is about to buy a new computer system. I've recommended the new Zenith Z386, and he very much likes my electronics, or color, 19-inch multiple sync monitor, electrochrome color display. What on earth is that? That sounds crazy. That sounds like a plasma display. Electro home color display. Okay, I was thinking it was, yeah, it was a little bit weirder than that. I'm going to have him, before I let him spend money, though, I'm going to have him look at the ZCM1490. He may get the Electro Home anyway, but he can afford it. Highest resolution is in a sharp. Interesting. This is a weird monitor. Let's see. One problem with the 1490 monitor, it doesn't have a degaussing. Seriously? That's kind of like a big thing for a computer monitor not to have degauss. Can you turn the gain down every once in a while you peak and distort? I can. We'll turn it down just a little bit there. See, well, I can actually see when I'm talking loud here. I had it, so it's peaking at the mixer level, I guess. So, so here I am in yellow and then red. I can't hit red, loud. That's gonna have to be, I'm gonna go right there. I think that's slightly lower than it was. Also, really heavy monitor, has a fan. Weird. Let's see. Have that feature. Z4. I agree with him. The 1490 definitely needs degauss. If you leave the monitor on long enough, especially in an electronically noisy environment, such as next to the computer, ugly patches and screen colors appear on screen. They're easily removed by turning the monitor, but not the computer, off for 30 seconds to a minute. This won't happen more than once a day. Degaussing takes about 10 seconds. I've never really timed it. 10 seconds feels like a long time, but I guess that's about right. Yeah, time loss is incriminating, but I do wish Zenith had put the degaussing feature into the monitor. Other than that, I love it. So will you. I'm really surprised it doesn't have degaussing. I'm trying to think. Does like the 5153 have that? Because like thinking about it in the back of my head, I can't remember having seen a degaussing coil, but it really feels like it should. It's kind of like a big deal. Let's see, not sure. I think he's going on about the computer it came with there. But yeah, that is interesting. 6 seconds left on the countdown. I'll go ahead and end that. Yeah, huh. Maybe they mean manual degauss? Well, that's what I mean. It sounds like it doesn't have any kind of degaussing at all. So if the monitor got really badly magnetized, you'd have to get like an actual separate coil that you put around it. So yeah, I have a service manual. I swear it had degauss. Maybe he had like a pre-release one, and that's what it is. So awesome. Thank you for that. That was interesting to read. All right. Let's see. So I think that's it for all that stuff with the mixer and everything. I feel like we've got a pretty good solution here. I'm not going to be using the USB mic because I can use the lapel mic. But yeah. So one thing I could do right now is I could take off this and put the GoPro on there. Oh, the cables are attached to the arm. I was going to put the GoPro on here because, yeah, but that's very wired in. I now regret unplugging that because it's going to mess up the outro screen. But oh well. Yeah, that sounds really unfortunate that arm died. Anyway, what I'm trying to get to is, you guys want to do a bonus thing? Because I have to do it anyway. We're going to do some super glue repair. And yeah, it's on something really, really expensive that I'm very sad broke. So let me go grab that and we'll do a little bonus stream thing here. So, this is my Amran 200D, one of two I bought. This is a light, an LED light, it's 200 watt. And it's broken. The Bowden mount on the light is this. It comes off separately, thankfully. And it's plastic. The light on the stand tipped over, fell down, and the mount on my softbox is not plastic. So in the fight between plastic and metal, softbox won, and it broke my like $400 light instead of the $50 softbox. Cool. So now I get to try and repair this. Cause yeah, so I have some super glue, and I have some baking soda, and we're gonna try and fix this. Somewhere in here, I have the applicator bulb as well, but I also have something else I've been using instead. Let me see if I can find it. Or is it in the bag? It's not in the bag. Ow, getting stabbed by side cutters. This was a lot easier to sort through when I didn't have this cart right in the way. Okay, I have to find one of them. Where he's at. I got two things in here that'll work. They're both missing so far. I'll just pull the cart over a little. There we go. Perfect. This is a dentist like plunger thing, but it can also suck up the baking soda and then apply it more directly. That one works really well. RMA softbox too hard. Yeah. Could have made it 415 use metal. Yeah, I know, right? It's so infuriating. Yeah, probably. Let's see. Has a 3D printer. Haven't seen it in a while. It's right. This thing is so gonna snap on me in this stream. 3D printer's right there, and I'm out of like usable filament. My filament is so bad that it's just snapping like immediately. That was what was primed in it, so I'm gonna have to like get rid of that stuff. I'd have to buy all new filament, and then that printer kind of sucks. I'm not sure if I want to try and get it back up and running or if I want to just replace it, but I don't know. I haven't decided yet. 3D printers have come down a lot in price so much since I bought that thing. I'm thinking about getting like a $300 SLA printer instead, because you don't have to, I mean, I say you don't have to maintain it as much, but it would be a lot easier to maintain it other ways. So, let's see. Had your wisdom teeth? Yep, that's basically what that is exactly for. So, could model and print a new one. Even still, this is going to be stronger after it's fixed than a 3D printed thing would be. I guarantee it. So, yeah. Oh, man, this is really infuriating. So here's the plan. Let me get the softbox. So the way the Bowden mount works, this goes onto here and then rotates in place. There's like unlimited space above the actual locking portion. So I can make this as thick as I need to on top to add more material and strength to this thing. So I'm gonna build up a lot of material on the top side. So that is the plan, and I think I'm gonna score this up a little bit before I do it. So yeah, get Prusa, great printers. Yeah, it's like $500 or $600 though to get into that. So yeah, see. Yeah. So I'm still, I haven't decided yet. There's a reason I haven't bought one yet. So, all right. I think step one is just going to be to plainly super glue the pieces back into place, because the material, it's all there. I have all of the pieces. I don't have to make this area from scratch. I'm just gonna use this baking soda to build up the space so it's stronger. Thankfully, really thankfully, this is the bottom side. So the one section that's left here hangs down on it. So I'm gonna unplug that cable real quick. It hangs down, so the strongest material section will be the one that'll have the most force. I was half tempted to just leave it as is, but honestly, I'm gonna move it around and it's gonna break, so. $400 it partially assembled, yeah. Oh, okay, that's what, yeah, for that. See, Helen Croft, that's a tiny tube of glue. Yeah, I have multiple, but this is, every time, I think I threw them away. Every time I buy a bigger tube of super glue, it hardens and just dries out before I can use it. So going with a tiny one here that will be single use and I don't have to worry about as much. So, all right, let's figure out where these go. Okay. Yeah, that one goes there for sure. And this one will go, yep, there. Okay. So here and there. Let's get this prepped. I think that, yep, pierces it. Oh man, it's so ready. Don't stick to my finger. Oh, this is sucking. All right, I don't think that one held at all. Trying to use a lot less on this one. They're like all running down. Ah, sticking to me more than the thing. That doesn't look right. Okay, well, that's that. Sorry, Blake, forgot you streamed on Wednesdays. It's fine. We're doing bonus stuff at this point. Okay, now I'm going to get in here. I'm going to try and hold it in its place as much as I can and sand it down. So I can get some rough surface to join these with. This hurts to be like sanding down my $400 light. This really sucks that I have to do this. Okay. I now regret having touched that. Is my isopropanol out here so I can de-oil that? Yeah, it is. Okay, let's pull. Oh, that's going to be shiny forever now. Pull some of the baking soda in here. Yeah, that didn't work well. Let's just pour some in. I can just do that. Let me pull this back. This thing is drifting down so much. I'm pretty sure that that arm is bent way more while I was live this stream. Okay. All right. Let's do this. And coat along there. There we go, getting some good material built up there. Really hard to reclaim it. And wipe that off, add another layer. Oop, nope. And it really does not want to go now. I think the tube is too dirty and it's making the plunger not seal. What if you just put it in the bag and shake I'll bake? Well, then it's gonna stick to the bag, not this. All right, screw this. Let's do it this way. There, boom. All right, let's do some of the other side before, oh great, stuck to that. Some of the other side before it rips up or hardens that tube. Putting a lot more baking soda in the syringe this time. All right, I didn't sand that one. All right. Oh my gosh. It just won't get a good seal, and this thing will not stay up anywhere near remotely high enough. I think it's about to snap off. This worked so well before. I'm going to trim the tip back slightly to open it up a little more. Maybe that'll help. Okay, now it'll probably work. There we go. Much better. All right. More glue. Oh yeah, now we've got it. That's it. If it snaps, at least you have the super glue out already. Yeah. Maybe you snip a little bit of the tip off. Oh, I was right there, Fuzzy, as you were saying that. Oh, that's so much better. All right. Is there anywhere else I want to try and build up material while I have the glue out? Should I just run it down the side? Why not? Definitely nothing on the outside. That was a little thick for the glue. Not sure that that will have actually worked. We'll leave that one for a bit. Oh, there's more glue in here than I realized. Yeah, got another drop. You can absolutely end up with pockets of wet glue in there. So it's better to get thinner applications. Like I bet if I poke into this, it's probably got like a wet center in some parts. Ah, that feels pretty good. All right. Okay, maybe this works. See, I also fixed the spring bar holes in my Casio data card. Use baking soda super glue. Cool. Hole's too big, wouldn't hold the bar. Awesome. That is a really, yeah, it works really well. This thing is hosed, this arm. Absolutely, completely trashed. All right, I'm gonna try putting this on, you can see the audio delay, it's that bad. I didn't know it was gonna be that bad, that's not good. Oh man, a bunch of this fell out. All right, let me try putting this on here now. Oh, that doesn't feel bad. Yeah, I bet that'll work. This is slightly loose. I need to tighten this. There. So yeah, it's always loose. The way it works is that there are pins in the light itself that will latch it in place, so I bet this will work now. So, all right, I'm gonna try to clean this up somewhat with some compressed air so I don't get a bunch of baking soda in the light. Watch that arm bend some more, waiting for it to just snap off. Can always delay the video a little bit in OBS. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to. The problem is I have so many camera sources. It's gonna be a lot of individual delays. See, imagine someone coming out with a 3D printer someday using this method. Yeah. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's try and get it back on. I think I should probably try and chip off the actual bits that ended up on there. It shouldn't be there. All right. There's no reason for this baking soda to be super pure, so I'm just going to brush it back into my bag. Though it's got a little bit of the paint in it that I scraped off, but that's fine. I'll have to get a wet paper towel or something to clean up that later. Try to give you as good a view as possible before it just dies on me here. Okay, I think this is, it's too small. Yep, they're Torx bits to hold this on, because why not, I guess. Definitely needed to be Torx. Good. All right, good five, G5, or good night, G5. This is probably going to work. This is really depressing I had to do this at all. So, yeah, this is a very, very serious LED. 200 watt LED. That is what you're looking at here. It is weird to be talking and now have like VU meters that I can watch. I was not expecting to have that. Just ordered an 11-inch Torx for, cool. Yeah, those are really handy. I've usually gotten by with stuff like this that's got extensions, but having an actual tool for it would be really nice. Okay, there's that. Also, to be just insanely confusing, the power cable for these lights looks like XLR, and I bet it's a pin compatible, well, not pin compatible, but mechanically compatible, but it's really a 48 volt DC power supply, so that's terrifying. But here we go. Softbox and the light. There we are. So that'll work. Fixing the stupid broken plastic, that'll do it. Really nice to be able to do that. Really sucks that I have to. So I'm gonna go put that back on its stand over there. Cause yeah, gonna need that since it's my like actual light. And for the sake of making this a complete and interesting video, I'll just show it on for a moment here. And boom, there you go. It's very, very bright. They're also Bluetooth controllable, but you literally have to pay money to use the app, a subscription for lights. There's on and off and brightness. They don't have color or anything like that. It's so stupid. So, okay, there we go. On my end, more of a video delay from what I can tell, so just delay the audio a bit. All right, that's possible. Especially with how I'm doing like the the proxy streaming, there's going to be a whole lot of weird stuff with this now. So, yeah. Let's see. GPIB on a classic Mac? What now? Hold on. I found an NI GPIB interface with original Mac SE. Whoa, that's weird. Huh. A subscription for lighting equipment. Yeah, it's the Sidus Link app is what it's called. It is so dumb. Yeah, you have to pay money for it. It's ridiculous. So, okay, I think that is it now for the stream. So let's see here. Pick something there. Yeah. So, they do the tractors too. I mean, the tractor, at least the tractor is going to have like GPS auto driving or something like that. The light, it's seriously just a button. You turn it on or off. Maybe you change the intensity, but let's be real. You're going to probably put a light like that in a scene where it's mostly in a static position, or you're just going to have it on max all the time. It's not that bright. It's only 200 watts. So yeah, it's very ridiculous. Yeah, cars, like the subscription heated seats is ridiculous. I would almost buy one of those cars just to defeat that so that I can make a point out of it. Will be interesting, actually. First time someone defeats like the BMW heated seat subscription by just like hardwiring the switch. They take it to a BMW dealer. Will they try and sue them for that or what? Because it's like your thing, you own it. It's like DRM on a disc that you hack into the game. Kind of ridiculous. So, oh, okay. Well, my appliances be stupid, but it just works. Yeah. If you have to have a subscription, you're not buying it, you're renting it. Yeah, exactly. There's an intensity knob on the back and a power switch, so it's fine. I'm not going to complain too much. It's just very stupid. Yeah, the Dymo one is another example for something very stupid. See, well, for the light, it has just a knob and a button on it. So, yeah. Yeah, the Dymo one's very, very dumb, which is a shame because they started out making really cool stuff. So, all right, this was an interesting stream. I decided I'm just gonna deal with the power supply sucking. I gotta order the other one still, and hope that I actually get it. At least we accomplished something with fixing the light. So there's that. But I think, yeah, that's pretty much it. I could clean that, but I don't really have good cleaning supplies. It's gonna be kind of a challenge to get this going. A little sad about the super glue on the table now. I could try and I sandpaper that off. Oh, that's sandpapering the paint. Nope, that just lives there now. Yeah, it's not coming off. All right, that's the first real mark on the table. I've been avoiding soldering directly on this because I didn't want it to get damaged, but oh well. It's gonna happen. It's a particle board table. That's what it's made for. So. All right, well, how many frames? I've only dropped 20 frames total. That happened in like the first minute of the stream or so, and then it's been fine since then. So I didn't actually need the stream proxy. If you missed that, people jump in and out of the stream all the time here. So I have my usual stream set up where I can switch between all my camera feeds and such here. But this has actually been streaming through my server the whole time if I change this. And I have this scene in the background here. And if the stream had any problems at the office, the video you're seeing here would go away and my server would keep the stream live. That would just work. And then I could reconnect to my server because I'm streaming to my house and having my house rebroadcast it to Twitch. So it would be redundant. So if I'd had problems like I'd had in the past, it would have been solvable. Then absolute worst case, I can actually show you this again. Ooh, I have a wireless mic now. Let's walk and talk a little just because it's kind of funny. One thing I can do here now is if I do this, bring this up over here, and then enable, bam. I can now walk away, and I can use this to stream directly to the server as well if I need to. Like, here's my camera stuff. Way up over there. There's the stupid internet thing way in the back. That's what the problem is. And then I guess, yeah, here's the light. Oh, yeah. So here is the power switch on the light, and then it has intensity control there. And then you can see the little Bluetooth logo trying to remind you that you're not paying for their subscription because you have a brain and don't want to pay for that. But yeah, that's that. NDI, no, this is all manually hosted RTMP. That's how I'm doing all of this. So yeah, RTMP is pretty close to the same protocol that's used for this kind of stream in general. So yeah. Hey, will you be able to connect the TRS-80 terminal to the Micronova? I should be able to, because it is RS-232. But I also have like the actual Data General terminal. So yeah. So wonder if we can't reverse engineer the Bluetooth stuff for this light? Maybe. So put a servo in the light now and make a controller yourself. Yeah, have it be like a 80s hi-fi equipment where it has a volume knob and then just a motor that rotates the volume knob for the remote. Man, I had one of those. It was awesome. Yeah. The delay makes this look like a Godzilla movie. Oh, that's annoying. But yeah, there is an unfortunate amount of delay here. It's about 3 seconds to have the protected protected stream where I can rejoin it, but it's worth it. But yeah, with the phone, I can just stream directly to the server with the phone audio over 4G LTE if my actual internet here dies out completely. So yeah, trying to fix some stuff. I guess that is it for the stream though. Video to sound. Oh yeah, the phone. Okay, so because I was using a lapel mic and going to the phone over RTMP, it's going to be super delayed. That makes sense. Okay. So what I would normally do maybe is have like this, oh no, that view, and then have the phone if I'm like trying to show something here a little weird, and then you can see me talking there, but there's going to be a massive delay on that, and there's almost nothing I can do about it. Yeah. But when I do, if I have to like emergency stream from the phone to the server, there won't be a delay because I'm going to use the mic on the phone because there won't be any local audio in my setup going to it. So I have to use the phone. So that, yeah. No, yeah. Okay. So that is it for now. I'm going to run the outro here in a moment, but I'm not going to have any audio, I think, because I unplugged that microphone and now it's not going to work. There's a sync issue right now. Test. I don't know. It's out of sync now as well. Cool. Okay. How bad? I would like to know. How bad is the sync delay? I am locally recording this on this computer, and I'm locally recording it on the server. So interesting. So I will be able to tell if the delay is on the server side or if it's on this side. Yeah, it's out of sync. It might just be a few milliseconds. Okay, let's try this. I'm gonna plug the Moran's mic back in. All right. Stupid cable without the clip. Obvious which way to plug it in. There we go. All right. So there's that. Then I'm gonna bring that up. Gain up. Okay. Is there still a delay with using the other mic? So how about that? How is that for the delay? If it's really a half a second, then there's probably still going to be a delay, and I have no idea what it is. There is still delay with this. Okay, so there is a different problem. Oh, you know what? It could be my weird audio interface down there. Okay. Audio doesn't match your mouth. Awesome. Okay. So there's some clap sync. On my end, it's perfect. When I'm looking in OBS, that peaks right as I'm clapping. So that's very strange. That is super weird. Okay, from what I can tell, hands still wide open, clap sounds okay. So what I can see here, on this side, this is local, this is server here, and it seems like the delay is happening between local and server. So I will be able to tell that. I'll check that later when I'm looking at the server's recording, and I'll compare that to the local recording and see how that works out. So, yeah. That's really strange because I swear it's perfectly in sync for me. That is super weird. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's just a Twitch problem. I could compare it to Twitch's recording as well. I'm going to have 3 different sources for this. This is going to be very strange. But yeah, that's the thing. I can switch back to that now. So this is lapel mic again. Now that the AC is turned off, you get the better AC rejection mic. Oh, yeah. This is interesting. A lot of stuff to test. And I changed a lot with this stream on the back end. So there's just been a lot. Lag is bad. See, I don't know about that. The server reports 0 dropped frames. So I don't know about that. Sync issue is something for the next stream. Oh, absolutely, for sure. I'm not going to try and solve it this time. Don't worry. Yeah, I don't really have a... Yeah, are you lapel mic? Well, the lapel mic's also properly tuned on there right now, I think. So, yeah. Going to source made it worse, but 720p transcode on Twitch is closer. Yeah, the lag. Oh, hold on. Lag is worse. The lag between video and audio. I don't know. That's very strange. Again, on my end, perfectly in sync on the recording, or on the computer that's taking in everything. Very weird. All right, it could just be a problem with how long the stream's been running. So yeah, let's see. Very interesting. I mean, it's exactly offbeat when you clap. That's all right. Well, anyway, okay, I should wrap this up because there's really nothing left to go over. The sync will either, you set your lips to, I could set the audio to have a delay, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. It did seem like it got worse over time, so maybe, yeah, that's possible. You know what? Let me see. Let me see something here. Will this work? Test. Okay, this is back to the mic that I've been using for all the other streams, okay? I'm curious if this has delay like everything else does. Because if this has delay, then it's not the audio interface that I'm using. It is somehow between the stream and the video. So, is that the mouse you showed, Steve, from Gamers Nexus? The delay is still there. It's most obvious when you clap. Well, I can... The Logitech MX518, the delay has not changed. Okay, so I don't remember. that went by so fast. Seriously, you have no idea how rough LTX was. I barely remember LTX because it all happened so quickly. I would have to rewatch the video. Possibly, I may have had a better one because I have one that's in cosmetically better shape than that one is. So. It probably wasn't that exact one, but it was probably one like that. I think I have 2 or 3 of those. One of them stopped working, very sadly. So, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, still about as bad as the other microphone. So, okay, so it is a software issue. It could be an RTMP server issue with the actual server. I could try starting and restopping that, but that is a very big problem. So you started the stream at 1 p.m. your time? No, 10 p.m. Or 10 a.m. 10 a.m. my time. It's now currently 1 p.m. my time. So, the local stream here, going to my server, actually started 3 hours and 14 minutes ago, and the server itself started streaming 3 hours and 11 minutes ago because I was streaming from here to the server beforehand. So, yeah. It's funny because one of you mentioned that those mice were so good, Logitech stopped making them because people weren't replacing their mice. Yeah. Well, that was a thing. I don't remember which of us may have said that, but yeah, that this mouse is very good, and I do like it. See, RTMP tends to drift. Okay, so that could be it. Carve stream starts at noon on Wednesdays into desk. Okay. Well, okay. So if you go below here, actually, you know what I could do? Let's do... What mic are you getting? Does you guys like the other one so much? Here's lapel mic again, I think. I can come over to this. Let's go to here. Channel. All right, so if I do boom this, all right. So here's the stream. Okay. Bingo. If you scroll down, I can't see it because I'm me, I guess. Let's go to my actual channel. Click that. You go here to schedule, all right? And you can see when I will next be streaming. It's always Wednesday at 10 a.m. my time and Saturdays at 10 a.m. my time, and I'm running very long on this stream. So yeah, that's something that you can see. So there's that. If you want to get an idea of streams, you might be able to get some kind of notification that that's coming up or something like that. So yeah. Cookie Jar 6. They have reintroduced them now. Yeah, the Logitech MX518, they have remade it. Yeah. So, yep. But all right, I should end this. Hope you guys, I guess I can do this. I know it works now. Let's do this and switch to that. Run the outro. Boom. All right. That is it for now. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Thank you for the subs, from Helen Croft, especially the 5 gift subs, and Fuzzy2K doing the sub. Let's see, I get email notifications if I don't have Thunderbird open most of the time. All right. Oh yeah, thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. This is becoming like a thing that I actually enjoy and really look forward to. This is always a lot of fun, and you guys are a part of that for sure. So thank you. Yeah, I feel like this stream really did make some good improvements. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing that over time. I'm a little disappointed. Shotgun mic didn't work, but the lapel mic is better for me too because it's purely wireless. I can walk around and that kind of stuff. So yeah, all right. That is it for the moment. If you want to support the channel, I am on Patreon. You can also subscribe on Twitch or buy a t-shirt. But that is it for the moment, and I will see you next time. Oh man, this thing still hasn't been updated to March, and I got 1 day of March left. I'm so bad.